Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening for those of you in other parts of the world and across the pond. I am Leo Brown, and welcome to today's Psychic Perspective. It is Thursday, so that you know that means another version of Psychic or another edition of Psychic Perspective. I thank you guys so much for watching, for liking, for commenting, and most of all, subscribing. If you can, do that. Keep doing that for me. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing, and most of all, keep commenting. I love your commentary, and I hope you guys like mine. So it is Thursday, so we are in here about the H-Town hottie herself, Miss Megan, or is it? I don't know how you do it. Megan the Stallion. So now I'll admit, am I a huge Megan Thee Stallion fan? No. I not that she doesn't have talent, because she does. But I'm a little more seasoned. So for me, she reminds me of like when I think of the Foxy Browns, the Lil Kims, the Trinas, of the world. She gives me that. In a yeah, she gives me that in a newer package. But do I think she's talented? I think she's awesome. I think she's a great talent. But for me, what I like goes beyond her music, which is why I chose to do her perspective today, or this perspective. Um, I like her when she's not rapping, believe it or not. Excuse me. I like her when she is just talking. One of my favorite interviews of hers was an interview where she was on Hot Ones? Hot Ones. I was gonna say Hot Wings. Hot Ones. And I love that interview because she was so down to earth. And for me, that's what I like. I like her. She is me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, bad joke. Boo. Anyway. But I like when she's not Meg the Stallion. I like her when she's Meg, you know, Meg the girl from around the block. So with that being said, let's get started. And if you would like a reading, if you guys like what you see, if you're watching, whoever's watching this, if you like a reading or a coaching session outside of this medium, you can log into my website, which is psychicleo.com. That's psychicleo.com. And all of my information, along with my social media channels that you can follow me on, are all down in the description box below. All right, so okay, so the first thing I pick up around um, Megan is I pick up a lot of anger. I literally hear somebody yelling. I pick up a lot of anger. I pick up grief. I pick up, like, dare I say the word trauma? I do. I picked it up around her, and I feel like either she's either she's reliving her trauma, or like she hasn't had time to grieve and deal with said trauma. Um, wow, let's see. I'm getting a lot to do with contracts, either contract negotiations, um, contracts not going through, like deals not going through the way they're supposed to be. Like they're going through, but they're not being done in the way they should be. I'm picking up a lot of backhanded deals too, I feel like. Um, and what I also hear is like, how can I go out here and I give a show, but then when I get off stage, it's like trying to balance the two. It's like I'm trying to be this girl that knows it, and securing herself and knows who she is. But what I pick up around me, honestly, is somebody who's still 14 to 16 internally. And I feel like there are moments where she questions herself. She questions like whether or not that she's not talented, but just whether or not she is enough. Um, But the one thing I will say is that she does not take anything that she's gotten for granted at all. Like at all. And I feel like she misses her mom every day. Her mother, for me, though, because I know a little bit about her, but I feel like her mom, though she's not around physically, her mother is around her. If she's not in her headspace, she's around her on a spiritual level. And I feel like her mother's like a spiritual manager for her. That's the way it feels. I'm gonna pull some cards on this and we'll see what we get. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. So the first card that stands out to me the most is this one, the Six of Cups. So what this is telling me is that right now she is, and this is actually what's gonna help her. She is rethinking a lot of her decisions. I feel like she's cleaning up her team. She's letting go of a lot of things that don't serve her anymore. I'll put there we go. There you guys can see it. Like a lot of things that don't serve her anymore. But also, she's doing a lot of reminiscing. She's reminiscing to when she was like local, when she before she became what she is now. And it's not that she doesn't love what she's doing, she does, but it's almost like what I hear in my head is like it was simpler. I didn't have the pressure on me that I have now. I didn't have the stress on me that I have now. And I feel like her team was smaller when she was a local rapper. You know what I mean? Before she became who she is now. Let me go with this one. And then this card, this is the sun. So the sun is telling me that, like, as you know, what does the sun do? The sun shines. The sun is bright. It's bold. And if you look at Megan, that's what she is. She's bold. She's bright. She's like the sun. She can, like you, her energy just can hit you before you even know who she is, right? But at the same time, this was also where, in the spread that I just did, this is where the problem lies. On one hand, this is almost getting too much. This is like, and not her herself, but I think the image of her being Meg the Stallion. It's getting a bit too much, which is where I think the anger comes from, the outbursts come from. I'm getting a lot to do with drinking, yeah, drinking. Um, yeah, I feel like this is hard for her to maintain this image, and I want to say I get because I'm seeing the number two, so I feel like either within 2 months or something's going to happen around like the number two around her, either 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 years, something like that. The number two, where the mask that she's worked so hard to build is going to fall. And I feel like we're kind of seeing it now because I know like her album Traumazine came out, and in that it's like a mix. From what I've been told, it's a mix of 1 minute she's a bad bitch, 1 minute she's mad, 1 minute she's moody, 1 minute she wants to have fun, 1 minute she's crying. You know what I mean? From what I've been told, that it's like a mix. The album itself is a mix. So I think this is what the sun is showing us that what she's the confidence that we think she has, not that she doesn't have it, but she's a lot more shyer than we give her credit. She's not as bold and in your face. That's her stage image. But the real Meg is very much like, well, let's just sit and talk. And actually kind of quiet. And she's a writer, she's a poet, she's someone that and that makes sense with her being a rapper, but she's someone that would rather write than talk. Or she'd rather have like not philosophical, but I think deep conversation. She questions everything. She lives in her head, to the point to where it can be ridiculous sometimes. So that's what this is telling me. So yeah, girl, let the mask fall for a while. It won't kill you. um, okay, I'm gonna go with this one. So this was the first card, excuse me, that I pulled, and this represents the past. So what this is the judgment card. So what this is telling me is that this is more so her questioning her decision making, her questioning if she's made the right decisions in the past. And I feel like a lot of this has to do with either her contracts or like what's going on with her label disputes. And even I'm picking up a lot to do with the men she's been with, believe it or not. Yeah, I'm picking it up too because I'm picking up like a lot of the men she's been with, a lot of the, and I feel like below the surface, there's there's a lot that we don't know. For me, I'm picking up a lot of abusive relationships, a lot of toxicity from both parties because I'm literally seeing people being shoved and pushed and cussed out, and things like that. I'm picking up a lot of that. So I feel like there's a lot where she's questioning, and it kind of goes back to this too, because the son does represent the male. So what this is telling me is that she's looking at her choices, not just with men, but just in general, everything. Um, I feel like if it was really up to her, she would be in, like, I know she graduated from college, but she'd be, there's something to do with her in education. I feel like she wants to do things that are higher in education. I don't know if she, yeah, I'm seeing something to do with her in higher education or pursuing more. And I feel like for some reason, if it were up to her, she would pursue her music career, but probably not the way it is now because she's in control of it, but she's not. And that's why I think the questioning of her decision making is coming in at. Okay, so the last two cards. Okay, here we go. So the last two cards I got from Megan for Meg are the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So what this is telling me is that what is really like, and it makes total sense. But what has propelled her, I think, a lot is her talking. And I actually get her either coming up with a podcast or a radio show. I'm seeing because I'm seeing her talk, kind of like this is 50.com or Shade 45, like something like that, something where she can actually talk. I feel like there's a podcast coming because I literally hear her speaking. And I think the main thing I'm thinking with her is that she wants to be able to have more say. She has say in her career, but not to the point to where I probably sound like I'm repeating myself, but she has more say, she has say, but she wants complete control. And it's so interesting because even though she's 27, I think, she feels like she's 40. She feels so old, like she's been through so much so quick. And there's other things that she wants to do. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if her music career, I don't say her, well, I wouldn't be surprised if she actually didn't take a break from music for a while to focus on other things because I'm seeing like podcasting, writing, books, speaking engagements. I feel like she wants to help other like young women. There's other things that she wants to do aside from the music industry. And don't get me wrong, she loves her music, but I think the industry is what she doesn't like. So her main thing is she's really trying to figure out and get to know who Megan P is, not Meg the Stallion. You know what I'm saying? And I actually see her doing more acting as well. I want to say like a dramatic, like a drama series, or like a almost like a reality show. There's something that she's gonna do, and it may be loosely based on her life because I see her actually working with several local who because I'm picking up, I don't know why I'm picking up Paul Wall, but I am. I feel like she's gonna work with somebody who's well known in Houston. So I would not be surprised. But I feel like there's something more that she's gonna do. And it's gonna move, she's gonna move beyond music. And I feel like that's what she's negotiating even now. Um, yeah, because she just wants to be cool people. That's what I keep hearing in my head. So yeah, that's what I got from Miss Megan Thee Stallion. That was my psychic perspective. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope that it has made sense. I doubt she'll ever see this, but you know, you never know. But But I hope it's made sense. And like I said, for those of you that would like a reading, if you like what you have seen and heard, and you're interested in getting a reading with me, you can log onto my website, which is psychicleo.com. That's psychicleo.com. And I thank you guys so much for watching, for liking, and most of all for subscribing and commenting. Tell me what you think. What do you think about Megan Thee Stallion? Are you a fan of her work? What are your favorite songs? What are, even before she became what she is now? You know, what are some things about her that, for those of you who have been hardcore Megan fans, what are some things about her that you like, that you enjoy? Let me know and tell me what you think about this perspective. So until next time, it is me, Leah Brown, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great one. Bye bye.